very own Mr. Magic, Jonathan Ross.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone, and welcome to what I promise will be, for both the audience here and everyone watching at home, a truly magical night. You know, I've always loved magic. When I was a little kid, I used to be enchanted by my granddad. He would ask me for a coin, like 10p or something, and he would just make it vanish into thin air. He was a wonderful magician. Also, unfortunately, a thief, because never got it back. We're going to show you more magic than a Hogwarts assembly. And think of me, if you will, as an immaculately suited, ravishingly handsome Dumbledore. Or don't. OK. All are masters of their art, and they're here to try and fool the men who have been headlining Las Vegas for the last 10 years. Penn and Teller. In fact, the only thing bigger than them in Vegas is the city's electricity bill. Now, I'm a huge fan of them. I hope you guys will. Before they come up on stage, look at this.
Hey, welcome to Vegas. My name is Penn Gillette. This is my partner, Teller. We're Penn and Teller. And we have been working together doing magic for our entire adult lives. We've been settled down here at the Rio in Las Vegas for about 10 years. Drop! We're over in Britain hoping that somebody or many people will be able to fool us, will be able to do tricks that we don't know how they're done. We have to figure out how they did the trick, seeing it once. And seeing it once from just the angle we have in the audience. We're not watching monitors, we don't have sneaky camera shots, we don't have any information in advance. It's just us sitting there, you come on, and you fool us. And if you can't, go home. If you can, come to Vegas. If someone fools us, they will get all their expenses paid, everything, fly over to Las Vegas with us. We'll put them up and we'll give them our stage to be able to do their tricks. Everybody who comes on the show tonight is going to be very, very brave. It's really tough to do a trick for someone who might actually tell you what they think afterwards. This show is just about getting back that first feeling that we got when we were 5 years old and first saw someone vanish something in their hand like that. That's a beautiful, wonderful feeling, and we want it again. So, fool us.
They've been performing together for 35 years. It's incredible. It's longer than most marriages, but like all successful marriages, the reason it works, I think, is that one doesn't allow the other one to speak. Here they are. It's the two, the only, Penn and Teller. Gentlemen, Mr. Teller, Mr. Penn. How you doing? Great to see you both here. Everyone here is excited. I know I'm excited. I know you're excited as well, because genuinely, you would like to actually be fooled, wouldn't you?
Yes, it's not a competition. You know, we just want to... The reason you get into magic is there's no better feeling than being fooled. And then the longer you work in magic, the harder it is to be fooled.
So you're going to watch it just the once here?
Just once, yeah.
No camera trickery, no editing, nothing like that. What you see at home is exactly what Penn and Teller see, what everyone here in the audience sees, and you're going to try and work out if you know how they do.
Yeah, and we'll do our best to try to figure it out.
You're not going to tell us exactly how it's done, though. I guess you'll use the language of the trade. You'll give us enough information to make sure we know, they know, you know, that they know, and we will then know you know what they have done without us knowing.
We'll do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the brilliant Penn and Teller.
It's also worth mentioning at this point that unlike any other TV magic show, there will be absolutely no camera tricks tonight. Everyone in the audience here and everyone at home will see exactly what happens with no trick edits, OK? The big question is, can anyone fool Penn and Teller? Well, let's find out about our first contender. Ali Cook.
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm a proper wizard. You probably see some fakes, but real deal. I describe my style as being shocking, but then also very silly at the same time. My mum's been a great support over the years, and she allows me to keep all of my huge magic props here, and she loves it.
No, I don't always like having Alice and stuff in my garage. It's everywhere.
Got two beautiful assistants in the show. This is Beyonce, this is Shakira.
I'd rather not come home and find one hen and one duck in my bath. I'm just relieved that it's not a camel and an elephant.
Instead of a clever sleight of hand trick, I wanted to do a big stage item. It's a great trick, it's shocking, it's disgusting, and it's funny all at the same time, and I really hope they like it.
I'll be honest, when I was told about this, I heard that Ali Cook was doing something with a chicken and a duck. I was thinking we might get a casserole out of it, but no. It's going to be far more impressive than that. Will you please welcome, with a little help from a couple of birds, Ali Cook. Expected. I don't quite know what we expected, but we didn't expect that. Penn and Teller sitting there. I think, A, they're going to have a conflict. B, they're a bit concerned you might switch their heads over. Which... First of all, what did you think of the act, guys? What do you think of Ali Cook's performance?
It's an act. It is really an act we have always wanted to see. You read about that. We were saying it, that it's ancient Egyptian.
Yeah.
It's Dedi or Didi? D-E-D-I?
Didi, yeah.
Didi, is that the way it's pronounced? Yeah. Teller was talking about the ancient Egyptian text it's in. It's talked about all the time, but nobody, I don't think, in our lifetime has done it. It's just absolutely wonderful. And I will also say, and I don't want to give too much away, the puppetry you did is astonishing. The duck and the chicken have characters and continue those characters throughout. You did not fool us, but you blew us away. It's fabulous.
Thanks very much.
And really funny. Really funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, remarkable Mr. Ali Cook. Thank you very much. Nice work, Ali. Thank you so much. Ali Cook. We've still got some tricks up our sleeves, ladies and gentlemen, so stick around and prepare to be amazed. Welcome back to the show. Penn and Teller here, actually hoping to be made fools of, so to speak. So let's see if our next magician will grant their wish.
Michael Vincent.
My name's Michael Vincent. I've been passionate about magic since the age of 6. I would describe my style of magic as classical in its approach, elegant in its interpretation. The brilliant work of my mentors, their work inspired me, and I hope my work in the same way will inspire someone that's not even born yet, and that really tickles me. I think I have what it takes to fool Penn Teller. Will I fool them? That remains to be seen. Can I fool them? Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Michael Vincent. Good luck, Michael.
Thank you, thank you. Watch very closely. Queen of Diamonds, everyone. And the Jack of Clubs. Just extend your arms forward for me. I wonder if that's a trick sleeve. Let me just try this. If I just rub here and here. Now it's the red aces, ladies and gentlemen. However, let's take this a stage further. There's the 5 of diamonds, the Jack of spades, and if I may use my sleeves, I think you'll agree this is the perfect poker hand. Watch closely. The ace of clubs goes on the face of the pack. Ace of spades on the palm of my hand. Is that fair enough? Mm-hmm. The 2 red aces out of the way just for the time being. Now, in order to create a moment of pure astonishment, I'm gonna have to take the magic out of my own hands. Would you be so kind? Can I borrow your right hand for a second? Palm upwards. Can you hold the deck for me? Since you're holding them, there's no way I can cheat. Now, you don't have to say a word. All you need to do is watch very closely. Because look, we now have on top of the deck the red ace. On the bottom of the deck, the ace of hearts. The red ace is top and bottom, ladies and gentlemen. And in the middle, the 2 black aces. Here's the 2 red aces, top and bottom. Black one's in the middle. So far, so good? Now, you know what they say about sleight of hand, don't you? Watch the right hand, watch that red ace. The quickness of the hand deceives the eye. I don't feel bad, I missed it as well. There's the 2 black aces, once again, top and bottom, and right back where they started, the 2 red aces. How many aces have you seen so far?
4.
4? Actually, there weren't any at all. See, look, there's no ace on top. Very slowly, on the bottom. Nothing trapped between my fingers, nothing up the sleeves. I'm going to show you each and every card in the pack. You can be the eyes of the audience. The aces do not exist except in your imagination. Each and every card, right to the very end. I'm going to bring them back. I'm going to do this 4 times in a row. Are you ready? You know, it's funny, even in this day and age, they still think magicians use their sleeves. So all you do is cast a spell, and there's the ace of hearts. Did you know you can even do this with 1 finger? Watch the heart as it becomes a diamond. You know, it's almost like mass hypnosis. It's not what you see, but rather what you think you see, and that is the wonder and mystery. My friends, it's been an absolute privilege being with you tonight to share these few moments of magic with you. I've been passionate about magic for 40 years. The history of magic, the pursuit for technical mastery, and also all of my mentors inspired me to leave the craft of magic better than I found it. It's allowed me to communicate, and in spite of the challenges and chaos of life, it's given me the courage to look inside the chaos to find balance, peace, and perfect order. which is why tonight I feel we shared something very special. Much more than these beautiful illusions, we've celebrated the joy of living through the wonder of magic and these 52 painted pasteboards who each know their place. We've celebrated an appreciation for an ancient craft, elegant deceptions, and a love for the mysterious. But to celebrate life, my friends, is the only magic. So sincerely from myself, Michael Vincent, my two new friends, we wish each and every one of you a life of peace, joy, and happiness. We wish good health, prosperity, and may the spirit of magic be with you always. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Michael Vincent, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Come on over here. We're going to let Penn and Teller have a little chat, work out whether or not they have any idea how that was done. I think I speak for everyone here by saying, A, that was amazing.
Thank you.
B, no one here has any idea how that could be done, could you? I mean, I'm on the verge of saying we should burn you at the stake because
One of the things I love doing is turning experienced magicians into normal people.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that I got them to look in the wrong place at the right time.
That'd be great. Let's move over now. Michael, gentlemen. Gentlemen. First of all, remarkable up-close magic, I would have thought, regardless of whether you've...
Wonderful. And also classic. I mean, when you first get into magic, this is what you're trying to learn. I will just tell the people at home, because I think it makes it more amazing, there was no trick deck whatsoever used. This is what a person can do with just their hands and a deck of cards. This is not hours, not days, this is decades of practice to do this.
Old school magic.
I drove him crazy. You made wonderful, polite eye contact with me, and I looked down at your hands. The only people that would do that would be us and psycho killers.
He's absolutely right.
You had one of us burning one of your hands and one of us burning your other hand.
So you were watching the left hand, you were watching the right hand.
We were separated.
And the audience were keeping an eye on what was going on in the middle, right?
Absolutely. That having been said, because it's classic magic, I think you know that we know the moves.
I'm not surprised.
And the very ending, the shuffling right side up and upside down is wonderful. And I'm going to say something rather cryptic to you.
Okay.
And I'm hoping the audience won't understand because you did so beautifully. I really don't want to tip.
We've only understood about 10% of what you've actually... I think you're home clear on this one.
But we believe at the end, to do that wonderful ending, we believe that you rang in a cooler. And we think you did it when you brought the deck across. Is that correct?
Is that legal to ring in a cooler? Did you ring in a cooler?
I have to bow to superior knowledge and intellect.
Oh, you did a wonderful job. It's nice to see those moves done quickly.
Thank you very much.
Michael Vincent, ladies and gentlemen, what a fabulous performance.
Thank you.
It's a little better than that, as a matter of fact.
Welcome back to Fool Us. Tonight, Penn and Teller have challenged Britain to perform tricks that can fool them. Anyone who can successfully bamboozle them will win an all-expenses-paid trip to Las Vegas to open their world-famous magic show. So far, no one has managed to fool Penn or indeed Teller. It's time for us to hear about our next contender. Let's all meet him now.
John Archer.
My name's John Archer. I'm a comedy magician.
Got my happy shirt on, got a microphone, a load of empty seats. It's like all the gigs I do.
Nothing dead out there.
And I suppose it is a bit of a strange thing, but I was a policeman for 10 years up in the northeast of England, Stockton-on-Tees, Cleveland Constabulary. So I've probably been doing magic either as a hobby or professionally for about 25 years. There can't be many jobs where the whole point of your job is just to make people feel good. There are a few jobs, but maybe we shouldn't mention them. The main thing I want my audience to think is he's a nice guy, we had a good time, we love him.
Let's all welcome our next contender. I think you're going to love him, Mr. John Archer.
Good evening, hi, it's good to see you all. It's good to be here. My name is, as you know, is John Archer. I'm a comedy magician. I tell you that all nice and early because you're all looking at me at the moment thinking he looks more like a builder. I must admit, I am laying a few bricks at the moment. No, people often ask me, can magicians use their skills to their own advantage? And of course, the answer is yes. I'm going to try and demonstrate that with a simple little trick. It's a simple little trick, ladies and gentlemen, using 5 envelopes. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the envelopes before we start. 4 of the envelopes are worthless. They contain nothing apart from a John Archer commemorative $0 bill printed on my own computer when it was low on ink. They are not very nice. However, one of the envelopes contains £100. Exactly. Now, a lot of people are doing more impressive tricks than this. This is a 1 in 5. People are doing amazing tricks here tonight. This is just a 1 in 5, but I'm the only act who is wagering his life savings. We're going to start with this gentleman here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the envelope, sir. What's your name?
Tarek.
Tarek. Wonderful, Tarek. I'm going to tell you about the envelopes. Now, they've all got something written on them. That helps me play the little game. It sort of helps me mess with your head. You see, the first envelope has got something written on it. Now, this is the only envelope that's got something written on it, even though all of the other envelopes do have something written on them. But it's not something, it's something else, even though it's not something else. OK, don't try and work it out. The question you've got to ask yourself, Tarek, is would I put the money in the envelope that says it's got something in it, when we know for a fact that all the envelopes have something in them, even the ones that don't have the something you want? You're thinking too much. If you don't go for envelope number 1, Tarek, you might go for envelope number 2. Envelope number 2 says nothing, even though it says something, but as I promised, it's not something else. The question you've got to ask yourself is, would I put the money in the envelope that says it's got nothing in it? That seems a little bit too obvious, but maybe it's a double bluff.
No.
These aren't really questions I'm looking for answers for, but thanks anyway, Tarek. When I read the script, I can't remember seeing your name so often, but thanks anyway. If you don't go for envelope number 2, which has nothing on it, you might go for envelope number 3, which says yours. Now, everybody likes what is rightfully theirs, but this isn't theirs, it's yours. The question is, would I put the money in the envelope that says it's yours? But, of course, you read it, you think it's mine, but it's not mine, it's yours, it says on the front. Now, if you don't go for envelope number 3 that says yours, you might go for envelope number 4, which says mine, and you will notice that mine is much bigger than yours. Get over it, it's genetics. The question is, would I put the money in the envelope that says it's mine, when obviously that would be the obvious place to put it, because you might read it and think it's yours, but it's not yours, because the other one was yours, so this must be mine. Maybe that's where the money is. Tarek, if you don't go for envelope number 4, you might go for the last envelope, envelope number 5. Envelope number 5 says sex. The question is, would I put the money in the envelope that says sex? Who knows? Maybe I'm gambling that you're not the type of man who would ask for sex in an open public forum. Tarek, do me a favour, stand up. Wonderful, Tarek, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to count to 3. I'm going to ask you just to name one of the envelopes. Whichever envelope you name, that is the envelope you get. 1, 2, 3.
Sex.
You want sex? Such a shame. So many girls yet to choose an envelope. Tarek, take sex. Wonderful. Tarek, open up the envelope. Inside you will find a John Archer commemorative $0 bill. Is that correct? Hold it up, let me have a look. Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Tarek. You can have a seat. Hi, this gentleman here, what's your name, sir?
Hanny.
Hanny?
Yes.
Wonderful, Hanny. Same thing for you. I don't have to explain the envelopes. We've got something, we've got nothing, we've got yours and mine. I'll count to 3. You choose one of the envelopes. 1, 2, 3.
Nothing.
You want nothing? You sure?
Sure.
In which case, you will get nothing. Take nothing.
Thank you.
Open it up. Hanny, inside you will find a John Archer commemorative $0 bill. Is that correct?
Yep.
Hold it up, let me have a look. Yes! You can have a seat. Thank you very much. This lady here, hi, what's your name?
Zara.
Zara, wonderful Zara. Unfortunately, sex is gone. Not necessarily for you, but for me. But there are 3 envelopes left. We've got something, yours or mine. I'll count to 3. You're too keen. Shame sex is gone. 1, 2, 3.
Yours.
You want yours? Okay, take yours. Wonderful. Open it up. Have a look inside. Inside you will find a John Archer commemorative $0 bill. Is that correct?
Yep.
There it is. Give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You can have a seat. Leaves me with 2 envelopes. Let me see. This gentleman here, you look keen. Stand up, sir. You've got a choice now between something and mine. Again, I'm going to count to 3. I'm going to ask you to name one. But would you be surprised if I already knew the choice you were going to make? Have you made your mind up?
Yes.
Would I be correct to say that you are going to choose something?
Yes.
You see how easy this is? Even though I give you the choice, I can still tell you which one you're going to choose, but I'm going to give you the chance to do something that nobody else could do. I'm going to give you the chance, if you wanted, to change your mind. Do you want to do that?
No.
You don't? It's a shame. It would have helped. Take the envelope. Open it up. Inside, you'll find a John Arch commemorative $0 bill. Is that correct? True. Nothing else in the envelope. Hold it on, show everybody. Give a big round of applause. Here it is. Which leaves me, ladies and gentlemen, with mine. You see, you could all have had what's mine, but oh no, you wanted something. Or sex. But if you just been brave enough to ask for what was mine, you would have got it, ladies and gentlemen. The one envelope containing £100. Thank you very much. Right, work that out. No, they don't believe me, but inside the envelope, ladies and gentlemen, there is indeed 20, 40, 60, 80, £100.
Mr. John Archer, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous.
Thank you very much.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous.
I saw the guys there. Teller looked genuinely mystified. Is this an illusion they might be aware of, or is it a totally new thing, or partially new thing?
No, I came up with it. So whether they've seen somebody else do my trick or my method is possible, but or whether they've worked it out because you know the clever men.
Have you ever performed in Vegas?
No.
I've got a good feeling about this. I've got a pretty good feeling. Because
Look, they're looking at the envelopes. Oh my word.
yeah, well that's okay, but they can look at the envelopes, can't they? You're not worried about that.
No, I'm not too worried.
Yeah, yeah.
They can do what the heck they like, can't they?
Okay, guys, I'm going to cut this short because I think we've given them long enough, don't you? Yeah. Mr. Penn, Mr. Teller, have you got it? You look a little bit confounded.
Ow! It's a funny routine. It's just silly. It's not really supposed to fool us. No, it's not.
I think we might be onto something here.
We will not go down without a fight. We think that he must have been holding the 100, is it pounds you call it here?
Yes,
the 100
we call it
pounds all the time among the envelopes. It was a little bit fishy the way he held the envelopes, but not much. Really not much fishy.
Enough to fool you for a while.
I'm kind of.
Never mind, don't give in too easily, though, because I'm not going to let you get away with just saying we think
I'm gonna
it's
go,
this.
we're gonna go a little further.
I want specifically you to say the method.
I'll tell you that we think you had a matching orange envelope that could fit in here, that had the 100 pounds in it, that you were manipulating the whole time and was there all the time, waited till they were all done, and then did a slide in like this and opened it up and pulled it back out. That's all we've got, because if you did fool us, you did fool us.
I don't slide anything inside to any of the envelopes.
The most important thing about this is we are supposed to feel amazed, and we're supposed to feel like we didn't know how it was done. And the truth of the matter is, we feel amazed, and we really do not know how it's done.
Well, let me hear you say those words. Let me hear you say, he fooled us.
Well, I think, in my heart,
Spit it out.
he fooled us.
John, you're going to Vegas. Well done, man. Wow.
Welcome back to Fool Us. So far, one man has managed to fool Penn and Teller. He was John Archer. Let's see if anyone else can join him on the plane to Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to meet our next contender.
Benjamin Earl.
My name's Benjamin Earl. I'm 29 years old and I've been a professional magician now for the past 6 years. 90% of what I do involves a huge amount of sleight of hand and psychology. My passion for magic is inextricably linked to my passion for gambling and hustle and scam.
He's been into magic since before I knew him. I've realised that he loves
something else as much as he loves me, and even more so sometimes.
I go to Vegas quite regularly, and I've seen Penn Teller show in Vegas, and it's phenomenal. It's a world-class show, so it'll be incredible to open for them. I'm going to attempt a sleight of hand piece. Hopefully, I think I can fool Penn Teller with this. It really will have to make me work on the night, because it's going to test my skills live.
It's Mr. Benjamin Earl, ladies and gentlemen.
Everything we're about to see today is pretty much informed by this image. This, for me, kind of elegantly sums up the idea of sleight of hand with playing cards and the world of the card shop. So hopefully, if I can bring this demonstration full circle, I can actually end by leaving you with this image. So without further ado, Penn Teller, before today, you were asked to bring a deck of cards with you, a genuine, normal deck of cards, no markings, sneakiness, or other madness. Would you mind bringing those up for me and joining me up here? Thank you very much. Nice and smoothly. So I'm going to try and memorize these as quickly as I can. I can't talk and do this at the same time. So here goes. Okay, here goes. I'll try and do this again one-handed. Yeah. I doubt it myself. Now, it's up to you. Teller, left or right-handed, which would you like? Left-handed. Second choice? I'm not that clever. I can only do this right-handed. Now, I did promise you at the very beginning that I would leave you with an image.
That was quite something, wasn't it? Fellas, do you want to confer there? Why don't we go over here a little bit?
Sure.
Give them... That was remarkable. Really was. I mean, and especially when you switch one-handed in there. I was watching both their faces. They're studying you intently. I mean, that was their pack of cards. You had no contact with them.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's slightly difficult. It was just trying to keep this.
Does that ever go wrong on you? Are there times when you
Never.
You don't?
No.
OK, come back over.
Well, what I want to tell you is this is the style that we wanted to fool us. We did not want an ex-police officer with 5 envelopes to be the one that took us down to Chinatown. The style that you have, that very cocky, aggressive, I can do anything style is wonderful. The showing the card at the beginning for at the end is really wonderful. And even saying the memorizing the whole deck and then moving the attention to the four aces, which is a wonderful kind of psychological misdirection. You've told us you're memorizing the whole deck. You've told us you're looking at the whole deck. And I really, and I don't want to go too jargony on this, but you locate your four aces, move them into position. Your false shuffles are wonderful. Everything was smooth and wonderful, perfectly done, and did not fool us.
I want to pull you up on something here. You said a full shuffle, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Was there a full shuffle?
There's no full shuffle.
Okay. There was not a
Never
full...
mind, no. Never mind, no. You can no as much as you like, Penn. There was not a full shuffle.
There was not a full deck full shuffle, but he was retaining
I
the
see.
aces.
So suddenly it's a full deck full shuffle. Can I ask you though, Ben?
Yeah.
Was there a half full shuffle?
No.
No.
You weren't retaining the cards at all?
I was having to locate them, but I'm having to track them through shuffles, but there's no full shuffles.
Okay.
So hold on, I'm just being fed some stuff from upstairs from the consultant just to check something. Far away. Okay. I've been told there is no half deck full shuffle. There is no full shuffle. You are wrong.
Right.
That means we're right because we're a team. Did you know that? Yeah, we're a team. Benjamin, I think you have to say those words.
Okay. I think you fooled us.
He fooled them. I love this show. Two fools.
Yes, absolutely.
Congratulations. You're going to Las Vegas. You're performing with Penn Teller.
Thank you.
Awesome. Benjamin Earl, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see you. Thank you. Wow. That was quite something, wasn't it? Okay, well, we've still got some tricks up our sleeves. Stick around and prepare to be amazed by none other than Mr. Penn and Mr. Teller. It's been an incredible evening. We've seen some fabulous acts, and two of them, I didn't think we'd necessarily see one, but two of them, John Archer and Ben Earl, have both fooled Penn and Teller and are on their way to Las Vegas. That's incredible, isn't it? Now, as a special treat to close tonight, you guys have promised to reveal how the most famous trick in magic is done. Is that right?
Yep.
This is one of the most famous, the most celebrated, the most imitated. We've all seen it. Now we're going to find out the nuts and bolts, the inner workings of this trick. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for an absolute treat as I give you, for the last time this evening, the fabulous Penn and Teller.
This is the trick you always want to see in a magic act. This is the standard. This is sawing a woman into halves. And we've brought a showgirl from Las Vegas, Nevada, Georgie Bernasek, coming out here. After putting Georgie in a cheap plywood box and filling her beautiful legs with splinters, we'll then add insult to that injury and put these stalks around her. Watch your shoulder there, Georgie. It looks like your hair's in your eye. Can you get that out there? Now, this is the only trick that we do that is right off the rack. You can buy this whole setup just like this from a magic dealer. The one change we made is the saw blade. Well, that comes with it, if you buy it, is cheap aluminum. We put a real heavy steel blade in there. And you also have the Georgie can do a little bit of acting for us. Here we go, right here. And do a little screaming, wiggle your feet and so on. That's beautiful. Then to show that she really is separated, we'll then put these blades in here. And there you have it, Georgie and Bernasek, a woman sawn into halves right there. That's Georgie right there. Now, if we were sitting in those chairs and we were trying to figure out how this was done, if we were trying not to get fooled, the first thing you'd notice is that we would hurry up right away. When you see magicians do this trick, right away, they throw the box bat together, pull the blades out, get her stand up and get her off stage as quickly as they can. And the reason they hurry so is all magicians know that this image right here is the most vulnerable part of the whole trick. And magicians know if they let an audience stare at this moment for too long, everyone can figure out the trick. We're okay with that. And the first thing you notice is it's based on a pretty flimsy psychological principle. You're not supposed to notice a change in height when someone goes from vertical to horizontal. And Georgie's a rather special case because Georgie's almost 6'3". So bring out on my side of the stage, I'm 6'7". You're not supposed to notice when she lay down, she shrunk right up to 5'10". Once you notice that, you realize the tabletop is not as thin as you first thought. The trim is thin, but the black goes back in a wedge. But then it's underneath the box, it has plenty of depth to conceal that part of Georgie that's no longer accounted for. So the blade doesn't really come that near to Georgie. I mean, you can't even feel the breeze off that mini Georgie. No. And it's completely safe because there's a metal rod in place that stops the saw blade from going down. Go! She's okay. She's okay. She's okay. Actually, she's not okay. Really not okay at all. There's some pathology there in the spine. It's really going to happen. Clearly, Teller's fault to a jury of my peers. Good night, everybody.
Well, that's all we've got time for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll all be fine. See you again. Bye.